So, you've got that big interview coming up, and the nerves are starting to kick in, right? Well, you're definitely not alone. But what if I told you that you could walk into that room feeling completely confident? In this explainer, we're going to crack the code on just 5 key questions that are going to help you ace pretty much any first-time interview. Let's do this.
Okay, so here's our roadmap. We're going to start by cracking the interview code itself. Then we'll talk about telling your story, proving your value, and backing it all up with a cool technique called the STAR method. After that, we'll align your vision with the company's, and finally, I'll give you some last-minute tips to really leave a great impression.
All right, first things first. Let's completely change the way you think about interviews. Seriously, it's not an interrogation. It's just a conversation. And the best part? It's a conversation you can be totally prepared for.
You know that feeling that appointment is on your calendar and it feels like you're about to be put under a microscope? It's a daunting feeling, especially when you're just starting your career. But trust me, what's actually happening on the other side of that desk is way less scary than you think.
Okay, lean in, because here's the big secret. They want you to be the right person for the job. They're not there to catch you out, they're looking for reasons to hire you. They just use a few predictable questions to figure out if you have the skills, the right attitude, and the potential to grow. Once you get that, it's not a test anymore. It's a game you know all the moves to.
And that brings us to the magic number 5. No, really, that's it. If you can craft solid, genuine answers to just 5 types of questions, you are going to be ready for almost anything they can throw at you in an entry-level interview. This is your key to walking in there with your head held high.
Let's dive into the very first question you're almost guaranteed to get. Honestly, your answer here really sets the stage for the rest of the conversation. If you nail this one, you are off to a fantastic start.
Ah yes, tell me about yourself. It sounds so open and casual, doesn't it? But don't be fooled. This is not an invitation to share your life story. It is your first test, and the question is, can you get to the point and communicate your value right from the get-go?
So what are they really looking for here? 3 things: your communication skills, your confidence, and, this is the most important one, your relevance. Can you connect the dots between who you are and what this job requires? They want to see that you've done your homework.
And boom, here is the perfect formula for your answer. Keep it short and sweet, like 90 seconds max. Start with the present, who you are right now. Then a quick trip to the past, mention a relevant project or experience, and bring it all home to the future, why you're so excited about this specific job. Present, past, future. Simple, effective, and tells them exactly what they need to know.
Okay, so you've told your story. Now it's time to really make your case. These next questions are all about proving your value and showing that you've got the kind of self-awareness that every manager dreams of finding in a new team member.
I mean, it doesn't get much more direct than this question, does it? They're literally asking you to sell yourself. This is not the moment to be shy or humble. It's your chance to confidently explain why you are the solution to their problem. The best way to tackle this is with a simple value formula, just like this one. Don't just list a skill. You have to connect that skill to a benefit for them. So instead of saying, I'm good at Python, you say something like, I used Python in my final year project to analyze data sets, which means I can jump right in and start helping your team make sense of your data from day one. See that? You're not just a skill, you're a benefit.
All right, take a deep breath for this classic. It can feel like a total trap, I know, but it really isn't. It's just a test of your self-awareness. Look, saying I don't have any weaknesses is probably the worst answer you can give. They want to see that you're realistic and open to learning. And this slide really breaks it down. Over here on the left, you've got the classic mistake. I'm a perfectionist. Come on, we could do better than that. Now look to the right, the winning approach. You mention a real but not job-critical weakness, and then you show them what you're doing about it. Like, I used to be a little nervous about public speaking, so I started volunteering to present first in my group projects to get more practice. Now that shows initiative. That's impressive.
So saying you have skills is one thing, but proving it, that's the next level. And that's exactly what we're going to cover now with a super simple but incredibly powerful storytelling tool that will bring your experience to life.
When an interviewer asks this, they're not looking for you to just list off your classes. What they really want to know is, can you take what you've learned in theory and actually use it to solve a problem? They're digging for evidence.
And this right here is your secret weapon, the STAR method. It gives your answer a perfect structure. S is for situation. What was the context? T is for task. What was your specific goal? A is for action. What exactly did you do? And then the most important letter, R, for result. What happened because of your actions? And pro tip, if you can use a number, we improved efficiency by 15%, do it. Numbers make your achievements feel so much more real and impactful. All right, we're almost there. Next up, the interviewer is going to try and look into the future. They're about to invest time and money into you, so they want to know if you're planning to stick around for a while. Now, this question is a bit of a balancing act. You want to show you have ambition, for sure, but that ambition needs to be tied to their company. A common mistake is to say something generic like, I want to be a manager. Instead, you need to show them how your personal growth will happen right there with them.
So here's the key. Frame your ambition in a way that directly benefits the company. Talk about becoming an expert in your role, about getting so good that you're the person everyone on the team comes to with questions, and then maybe taking on bigger, more challenging projects. That shows you're focused on growing by creating value for them.
Okay, let's wrap this up with a few final pro tips. Think of these as the little things that separate a good candidate from a great one. These are the details that make you memorable.
Think of this as your final checklist. Make good eye contact. It shows confidence. Always have 1 or 2 smart questions ready to ask them at the end. Something like, what does success look like in this role in the first 90 days? Keep the conversation positive, have those star stories ready to go, and please practice your answers so they sound natural, not like you're reading from a script. You know, if you only take one single thing away from our chat today, please let it be this. They're not looking for perfection. They know you're just starting out. They're looking for your potential. They just want to see someone who can clearly and confidently communicate the value they can bring. That's the whole game, right there. So, let's make this real. Your interview is coming up. Looking back at everything we covered, your story, your value, your weaknesses, your proof, and your vision, which one of those are you going to focus on first? Don't try to perfect everything at once. Just pick one, nail it, and build your confidence from there. You can do this. Good luck.